Alright, so in this video I'm going to be talking about Unit 3.4, changing forms by completing the square. So what does changing forms by completing the square mean? Well, it means changing an equation that's in standard form like this one, x squared plus 6x minus 9, into an equation in vertex form. And you're going to want to start that by adding the constant term to both sides. So this can cancel out. So in this case, plus 9 on both sides. Now pretend this y is a 0 for now. So 0 plus 9 is 9 equals, go ahead and put this in parentheses, x squared plus 6x. Leave a space. Now what number are we going to put in this space right here to make this a perfect square trinomial? Well, you're going to want to use the formula b divided by 2 squared. Now here's the a value, 1, b value, 6, and the unknown c value. So since it's b divided by 2, we're going to plug in 6 divided by 2 squared. What's half of 6? 3 squared, which is 9. So we're going to put plus 9 in there. Now whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So we add 9. But if there was a number in front of the x squared, then we would multiply the 9 times that number. And whatever that is, we add to this side. So since there's not a number in front, we just do 9 times 1, 9. 9 plus 9, 18. Equals, and here's where we make our vertex part. Go ahead and leave a space right there for now. Now what are we going to put in this little space right here? It's always going to be plus b divided by 2. So as you can see, b divided by 2, 6 divided by 2, is 3. So we would include 3 in the parentheses, so it would be x plus 3. Oh, and don't forget the squared either. You gotta remember, this right here, x plus 3 squared, is the exact same as x squared plus 6x plus 9. If you don't believe me, we can improve it. X plus 3 squared is x plus 3 times x plus 3. FOIL method, x squared, 3x, 9. So then we end up getting x squared plus 6x plus 9. Alright, so the last step of changing it to a vertex form equation would be to subtract 18 from both sides. So we can move it over. And we get y equals x plus 3 squared minus 18. And this right here is your vertex form equation. Alright, so let's go ahead and do another one that's a little harder. So what you can notice about this new equation, negative 3x squared minus 18x minus 35, is that there's a term in front of the x squared. And this term is actually a GCF of negative 18. We'll go ahead and factor all that out later. But first what we're going to do is move the constant term to the other side. So we add 35. Remember, this y value is just a 0 for now. So 0 plus 35 is 35 equals. So this is what I was talking about earlier. Negative 3 is a GCF of negative 18. So we can pull the negative 3 out. X squared plus 6x. Leave a little space. Use the formula b divided by 2 squared. B divided by 2 squared. Plug in the 6. 6 divided by 2 squared. Half of 6 is 3. 3 squared, which is 9. So we put plus 9, little space. So now what we're going to do, we're going to multiply the 9 times the negative 3. So 9 and negative 3 make negative 27. 35 plus negative 27, or 35 minus 27, equals 8. Go ahead and bring the negative 3 down. Negative 3, x plus b divided by 2, which is 3 in this case, so plus 3, squared. You got to remember, this equation right here, negative 3, x plus 3 squared, is the same as negative 3, parentheses, x squared plus 6x plus 9. This is now a perfect square trinomial, which was the goal here. So now we're going to subtract 8 from both sides so that this term is moved over. So now it becomes y equals negative 3 x plus 3 squared minus 8. And it's now in vertex form. All right, let's go ahead and do one last one. All right, so first thing you can notice here is that there's a 5 in front of the x squared. So we'll go ahead and deal with that later. But first step is to move the constant term over to the other side. 0 minus 32 is negative 32 equals 5 is the greatest common factor of 20. So we can pull the 5 out. X squared plus 4x. Leave a little space right there. B divided by 2 squared, which is 4 squared, or 4 divided by 2 squared, which is 2 squared, which is 4. So we can add 4 to that side. And now you got to remember this term right here. So 4 times 5 is 20, plus 20. Negative 32 plus 20, negative 12, equals, bring down the 5, x plus b over 2, which is 2, 4 divided by 2, so x plus 2 squared. Now the last step is to move this term to the other side. So we add 12, y equals, gotta remember to bring back the y in the end, so y equals 5 x plus 2 squared plus 12. And this right here is your vertex form equation. Alright, well thanks y'all for watching. Completing the square is really an easy way to change an equation in vertex or in standard form into an equation in vertex form. And the good advantage to that is that you can find the vertex of any given graph, like a quadratic or a cubic function. And I hope this helped.